Having met in a bar brawl, the three of you have decided to travel together. Uh, in haste, since, the guards were looking for the people involved in that bar brawl, as it appears one or two people may not recover.
One of us kind of stands out and motions at the horns.
That's funny. The littlest one here.
Yeah, I'm only this massive, bipedal hyena, but yeah.
No, in game I'm like, yes, one of us stands out. I look at you,
up,
the hyena, and
then turns and looks up at her.
Up
Hatch.
at the 6'3" anomaly.
Clearly,
How are you so? For as big as I am, I'm quite stealthy.
The bad part is considering the fact that her eyes literally glow when she gets excited. Yes, she does.
Okay. So you have.
Oh, then this group has nothing to fear. We're not going to get in any trouble whatsoever. We got this.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm super tanky at 14 hit points.
All right.
I have 10.
Okie
travel down the road. Not arguing, just discussing vigorously who it is exactly that stands out the most amongst the three of you.
You see, it really depends where we are. I mean, in a pack of gnolls, I'm quite beefy still, but, otherwise unremarkable.
No, I still think in a pack of gnolls, she'd stick out the most.
All right, so the three of you continue this conversation. You pass a sign telling you that ahead is Burnick Village.
Burnick Village. Place to line me pockets. And yours too.
So, as you enter the village, it is late afternoon. There are still plenty of markets, or I don't want to say market stalls because it's not big enough for a proper market, but there are some stalls and stores open, people still selling wares. You can hear and see the hustle and bustle of people moving about as they finish up their day.
Good okay.
All right, now remember, guys, blend in.
Now I just have this image of the three of you straightening up and trying to walk in a normal, you were walking perfectly fine a moment ago, and now you're all stiff and drawing far more attention. Drawing far more attention than you did 30 seconds ago.
Blend in. Well, it's a good thing we were having a conversation about blending in and how well we could do such.
She's fine.
A few pointers,
Well, boys, I'll see if we can. Shall we go see about getting rooms for the evening?
Yes, we should.
All right. Looking around, do I see any immediate signs of local tavern inn?
Well, you only see one building. Give me a perception. We'll see if you see it from here.
Hold on, I am getting my.
Is that from anyone or just from Jim?
Well, it was brought up, so I guess all of you can look around for it.
17.
$19.
And 15.
It-
Okay,
15.
yeah, so... honestly, it takes a moment of looking about, but you do see a hanging board which has a mug on it, indicating that that is probably the tavern. And if it's not also an inn, someone there could easily guide you to one.
Yep.
But in a village this small, it's either going to serve also as the inn or be, probably very close to it. You approach, you
All right.
do note that the main part of the building is stone on the bottom with a wooden roof added on top. And it's got two large wooden sections coming off of it at two different angles, forming kind of an L.
Alrighty.
You head inside the open door and find you are correct. This is quite obviously a tavern of some form. You will note the difference in size between the... This is what I was complaining about last night. If you make the tap room properly large enough, suddenly the beds are for giants.
Yeah.
I gave up after a while. And this wasn't the only one I ran into that with. It was a recurring theme in various maps. So this is a general layout. The stone area is actually quite a bit larger, but I didn't figure you'd be spending a ton of time here. So here's what it is. I didn't feel like throwing a whole bunch of people down considering scale was off, but it is fairly busy.
All right. Well, I'm going to make my way over to the barman, because that's usually who you talk to about this sort of thing. Evening, love. Evening, sir. Yeah, I would probably start off with sir. I'm not quite in the mood for mischief.
He nods. Evening. What can I get you?
Well, I was going to inquire. First off, I need to inquire about stabling for my donkey.
Hmm? He
And three rooms. Are there 3 rooms available?
he goes under the counter for a moment. He's like, yeah, sure enough. Don't have many travelers right now. Room is silver night. Stabling's included with that.
Huh?
As long as you're not looking for feed.
Hmm. If I am,
2 copper more is all.
kind of strokes her chin, reaches into her pouch. Very well. Kind of flips the coins onto the counter, including the copper.
Okay. He pulls out a wooden... Well, he pulls out 3 keys attached to large wooden
Mark, basically,
plaques
this
with
is
a symbol drawn on them, but he also hands you another wooden thing. He's like, assuming you only have the one animal, present this when you go, bring it around. He gestures, you go out. He tells you bring it around the side, and someone will let you into the stable yard.
Out of game. Do the two of you have animals?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay,
I am an animal.
that's
Me
good.
too.
I am an animal. Animal. No,
I
wrong
am
one.
not a man.
Alrighty then. All right. Much
I'm
obliged.
drinking the cheapest. I'm drinking the cheapest, strongest thing I can buy.
Kind of sketch a brief, not quite curtsy.
Okay.
And as I'm walking by the door, I'm like, "Here, boys. Toss each of you one of the keys. Got your rooms.
Nice.
I got their own room.
Yep.
Well, I mean, seems a bit excessive, you know.
Here's the thing. Like, she was on her way out as she tossed you the keys.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm saying it to the back of your head.
Saying it to the back of her horns.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and
Okay.
Implying he's wounded at the notion that you wouldn't share room with him. You're playing hard to get. That's all it is. Sorry.
Alright. Barmaid comes up. Welcome to the Broken Tower. Can I get you?
Strong and cheap.
Two of them.
Alright. She heads off. She'll be back in a moment. Bringing back two small mugs. She does slightly side-eye
hat.
Gehrig. Gnomes aren't common in the area. No,
Knolls.
not gnomes. Gnolls
He
are not
is
common
not
in
that
the area.
small.
He's
They're
just
not,
a hairy gnome.
Saying there's no gnomes here.
yeah. They're not unknown, but they're not common either. So she doesn't.
Neither
Seems
are
right.
particularly common in the
She
area.
can identify that, you know,
Yeah,
you're
she
not
knows
from around here.
She knows what you are, but she hasn't. Yeah, she definitely knows you're not local.
We in Kessel?
Kim Sol, yes.
Timsel?
Kemsel? Yeah.
I mean, if you were in Kessel, you should probably run.
Yeah. How do we get here? How did I get here?
Desmond the Moon Bear. She
Yeah.
comes.
I
she
give her a
comes-
toothy grin.
Yep, she comes back in a minute. Like I said, with a pair of mugs. That's 5 copper each, so that's.
I'll buy the first round. You buy the next. I'll slide her a silver.
She scoops it up. It's like, all right, give me a call when you want some more.
Absolutely.
She keeps working her way around the room.
Sniffs the drink.
That is an interesting odor. You think it's supposed to be whiskey.
Smells like home. Drains the mug.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, fortitude saves from both of you.
Like my best save.
That's fine. I wasn't actually expecting either of you to fail.
21.
I was going to say it would be funny if you did.
18.
Yep, both of you are fine. It is strong, but it is not smooth by any means.
Ah, I love the burn.
There might be a little bit of coughing, but definitely it has a smoky flavor, you'd say. You think it's a little hard to tell with all the other things going on right now.
They tried to char the barrel, is what it tastes like, but it might not have been made of the right wood.
Yeah.
Instead of charring the barrel, they accidentally burnt it.
Yep. Tastes like burnt poplar or pine. They make their barrels out of cork wood around here. God damn. I'll have another.
I don't know what.
He holds his mug up. Oi, love.
She turns, she sees you, she
We're
nods.
getting drunk.
So she does a quick circuit, dropping off drinks to other people who've ordered on the way, and comes back and puts 2 more down.
And I toss a silver.
Okay.
All right. Takes the mug, raises it up, does one of those, as in a cheers motion, claps it on the table, and what's the saying? Over the lips and through the gums, look out stomach.
Yep.
Yeah, through the lips, past the gums, look out stomach. Here it comes.
Oh yeah.
I'll enjoy this one. Let it breathe a little.
All right. If you're just sipping, you don't need to make a check. But as I believe our furry friend just downed his in a go, he will need one.
That's gonna be an astounding 14.
Okay, so this one's a little rougher. You're coughing for a moment.
Desired effect achieved.
So when the next time that the barmaid swings our way,
So Imelda, you bring your donkey around into the yard, and there's a boy over there. Looks like he's cleaning some stuff up, but doesn't seem very busy. He's like, can I help you, miss?
Pull out the little token.
Ah,
Yes.
all right. Well, all the stalls are cleaned. Pick one, and he should be good. And he goes and he gets. He's like, I'll be right back with the grain.
Go ahead and put him in the.
So yeah, he goes in a side door and he comes back a little bit later with a bucket with some grain in it. Which, he pulls a small. It's basically a trough, but a small mobile one. It's separated, and he pours the grain in one, then he goes and scoops water and puts it in the other side.
Alrighty.
And, then you go back inside.
Yep.
And you get in time to see Gurig. How do you want to pronounce that, Jameson?
Kind of a growl.
Grog.
I was imagining it was pronounced with a roll of the tongue in the back of it.
Dog.
Grog.
There you go. It's actually quite the pronunciation. I like it.
Of course, most people are just going to say Gurg.
Right over here.
Yeah.
He's used to it.
Most people's vocal cords
Right.
aren't
Always looking at me.
like
Yeah.
yours.
That is fair. Also, did
I was in the back
anyone else
building.
notice there's a dragon head mounted over here?
I had not.
I was wondering. I didn't know if it was actually part of the map, but if it is, I will be
I believe
oogling.
there's one
fuck
here
out of
too.
it.
I guess obviously not very big. It's a juvenile.
More kobold.
Impressive. Either way.
Worth noting, guys. Have you discussed dragons with them, Justin?
Yeah. So dragons in this world are not sapient.
Right. They're all feral.
Right.
Well,
What are we gonna do with all these fucking dragons?
There's also
went
only
up.
4 kinds.
Nope, never mind.
Well, that's manageable. I feel like
Yeah. So.
chromatic, right? Are they the only ones?
Yeah. Green, red,
Yeah,
white,
the colored ones.
and blue.
No need for metallic ones here.
Yes,
No,
bitch.
they're not separated into good and evil. They're
That's
honestly, if it wasn't
They're
for
magical.
the fact that they're basically magical beasts.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. All right,
fair.
so
I guess so.
So
barmaid comes back. Welcome to the Broken Tower, ma'am. What can I get for you? You gonna join your friends in their drinking competition?
I don't know about joining in, but I'll certainly take a mug.
All right.
And bowl of the what's tonight's is there a special tonight?
Well, stew's always warm. Believe there's some venison in tonight. Either venison stew or we have some venison chop.
I'll take venison chop.
All right.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
And for you lads?
And so
Yes, and chop.
Oh,
Rare.
meat and bread if you got it.
Yeah, we got. Yep, fresh bread every day.
I'll have that.
Yes, some bread too.
Oh, yeah.
wow, he's up on the
You
building.
get a meal comes with a potato and a small loaf.
Area somewhere.
Any
Look on
greens
my
we
green
have
bean.
You
available.
live it like kings.
You get 1 meal free with the room.
All
Why they're
right.
so
Treat me
expensive.
like an aristocrat. A regular aristocrat. That's how I feel here.
Well, welcome, your lordship. She curtsies and
Ah,
sarcastically, but also like the teasing, playing with you type
She's
thing.
playing along.
right.
Yeah.
I'll draw a fake blessing in the air.
She just laughs and she heads off to get you food. And again, because let's face it, silver for a room in a small village is kind of expensive.
Fucking expensive.
But it does come with a full meal. Stabling is included, so that is why it
It's
is
one
so
of the
expensive.
nicer. It's one of the nicer places I've ever drank in. The room, the floor's not dirt.
No, it is stone. In fact, as you look around, most of the wall seems very heavily constructed and oddly thick.
Yeah.
that you in
Oh.
my building?
Like, honestly, it looks like what you would expect from like a fortification rather than an inn.
No.
Well,
So
I've
she,
already assessed the room, fellas, and I can tell you, no one here is worth risking our rooms for the night. If you get the drift, looks like I'll have to make my money elsewhere.
Well, I'll see if anyone's up for a game of cards.
Yeah.
At a game, I actually took Profession Gambler.
all right. Well, she comes back and drops off your mug. She does a quick check to see if you're going to want a pitcher of ale with your meal for the group.
Yeah.
A pitcher?
Wow.
Hmm?
I said a pitcher?
She laughs and she's like, "The 2 copper apiece, love. Buy as many as you'd
Toss
like."
over. I toss over 2 copper.
All right, it's 5 for your drink, Jim.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be her favorite show.
Anyway, it's not too much longer. She comes back around. She drops off three plates, and the mug. Or not the mug, the pitcher.
I'm sipping at my mug.
Okay. So yeah, yours. It's honestly it's the same stuff that I described to them because that's what you told her you wanted.
Yep. Yep.
I don't have to be working till 11 tomorrow.
Me either.
Different 11, but yeah.
Alrighty.
So
Yeah, I have a funeral to attend tomorrow, so I won't be on for very late. But I'm good till at least midnight.
okay. All right. So you eat your meals, you drink. Um,
We
Jim's.
eat, drink, and pretend to be merry.
No one's really asking what your name is unless they get involved in the card game.
Well, then fine. I'll pretend to be someone else.
Yep. I am trying to spot people who I think might be interested in a game.
So you get a lot of farmers and laborers that come in. There's a couple people that come in and just like literally get meals to go. Like look
Alright.
to the extent that you see them come in and pick up a basket and pay for it, like it's been prepped for them. Probably something they do on a regular basis, or they came in earlier to set it up.
Yep.
There aren't any other travelers, but there are plenty of locals having a meal and a drink. You probably entice some of them if you wanted.
Certainly will try.
All right.
Like,
Well,
alright.
I'm not gonna try my luck because I'm aware she gambles better than me, and I'm running low on coin. I'm trying to make money, not lose it.
okay.
Yeah.
So Jim, in order to entice the people, give me a diplomacy.
Okay. I would say I did good on my diplomacy, 17 on that die.
Okay. Yeah, you
I was gonna say, if not, can I aid with my intimidation?
no,
You want to play
unfortunately.
dice, don't you?
Unfortunately, that would just
23.
drive them away.
Oh, come on, it'd be funny.
Oh, it would be funny. I encourage you to try silliness. Just, I'm not automatically going to reward it.
Right. 23 on that diplomacy.
Okay, yeah, you get several people. You get enough interest that there aren't actually enough seats at one table that would let you play. To more or less, you set up at the central table,
Okay.
and you have several people standing around it. Watching the game. Go ahead and give me a profession roll.
I will take that. 22.
Okay. So, yeah, you play a longer game where you're not really trying the first couple hands to get them at the locals at ease. And then, honestly, you more or less clean them out of their handy cash.
Yep.
They did not get a good roll. Now I check to see how much cash that actually is.
See, like I said, wasn't gonna try my luck. Just gonna sit here and enjoy my bad whiskey, good whiskey. This is good whiskey.
Yeah.
All right.
I've had in a while.
Jim.
Yeah.
So this went on for a while. Like people would eventually cash out, or just be like,
no.
throw the cards in because they're out of money, and somebody else would sit down.
Oh no.
However, this is not a rich village, so your total take
No.
for the night was 2 gold and 2 silver.
Still, that has paid for the
That paid
for the rooms, the
Yeah.
meal.
that definitely paid back your expenditure quite handily.
Yep. Part of why she wasn't why she didn't say anything about you boys paying her back for the rooms.
No, Sam, come back.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's why I said something.
My daughter closed my laptop.
Oh. Deep breaths.
I caught her, and then she ran by me, taking off past me. That's why I said, "What the fuck?"
My nieces were that age. I was playing a game on my laptop. And she looks like she's watching me playing, and then a little finger comes over and hits the power button.
Whew.
They're funny.
And it's the whole point, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh. Because, no, I think she was younger than that. I want to say she was maybe like 1-ish. So it's like I can't really even like be mad at her because she was just like, "Oh, look, a button. This one has a light on it."
What does
What
this
does this
button
button do? What does this button do?
Dumb ways to die.
That could be like the theme song for D&D.
I have no doubt that there's a
So
D&D
many
version.
dumb ways to die.
All right.
Oh.
So I did quite well.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you get again?
2 gold and 2 silver, yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, it's almost no silver in that entire pile.
So you got like this massive sack of copper.
Yeah.
Either
Basically,
way, either way, what you just made was nearly 50% of my entire purse. Good job.
Not mine, but I rolled fairly well on my gold.
Yeah, rub it in.
So did I.
Oh, no. Rub it in.
I rolled d6s, and I used my stat dice.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna get a bunch of equipment one day. It's gonna be the best equipment. I swear to God, it's gonna be so.
That's the thing, is I really didn't get a whole bunch of equipment. I got a fighter's kit, an axe, and armor.
Just keep on twisting the knife a little deeper.
The one with knives.
You wanted a rapier, didn't you?
A little deeper. My
All
2
right.
daggers are really cool. Wait until I use them both with my 2-weapon fighting. It's gonna be so cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be like, "Whoa, 2 daggers? That was so cool." Wait.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So, do you all stay up and watch her game, or do you go to bed?
I'd say after my venison and ale and the 2 drinks of whiskey, I'm gonna tuck in for the night.
Well,
As
I,
I curl up 3 times on the bed, and then lay down in a ball.
oh, that's fucking great. No, I know the outcome of this game. At least I believe that I know the outcome. So I'll turn in.
All right.
This room is played out. No money to be had here.
Not anymore.
Even initially, like I said, I wasn't I wasn't willing to risk our rooms for the night.
Yeah, fair enough. So you'll notice that these beds are actually pretty decent, all things considered. They're not like feather down mattresses or anything, but they're clean. They don't appear to have an overly large amount of fellow sleepers in them with you.
Oh, so they've got it does have fleas, so we're gonna have to fucking take care of that for
Well, it
our knoll
didn't, but
friend.
then Gerg came and laid down.
Hey, he's meticulous about cleaning himself, thank you.
Oh,
That
I
is
know. I've
not
seen
an
him.
image I
Oh, it's
needed in my
disgusting.
head.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I've seen him. It's disgusting. Put your leg down, man. Have some dignity.
Oh, but no, I mean like it's a straw mattress, so. But it seems
The
to be.
reason it's called a tick.
We'll see. You'd think for a silver it'd be goose down or something.
Yeah.
Feathers.
But the straw does seem to be changed on a fairly regular basis, so.
Well, at least the whole bed's here. It's not like rotted away or, no,
Nope.
dude.
Nope. Everything's in pretty decent condition.
So what you're saying is it's the best room I've ever been inside of.
Legally, perhaps.
That's what I mean. To spend the night and sleep in, and all that.
Right. So, anyway, eventually, Imelda finishes cleaning out the locals, who grumble as they,
Out in there.
pick up what little they might have left and head home to explain to their significant other where their pay went. Uh, so the next morning, you awake.
What happened?
I don't know.
Kicks me out of the game completely. Alright, I'm back in, but that was weird.
Yep. Daughter didn't come by and shut your laptop.
If that happened, I'd be rather concerned because I neither have a daughter nor a laptop.
Magic. It's a fantasy game, Jameson. Get with it.
It's like that whole thing.
It's like
You're not you when you smoke weed type thing. It's like, hold on a second. I don't even have a dog. I gotta call Tommy. That was some really good shit.
uh. Anyway, next morning you come out. And are greeted. So the thing you notice is while there were windows in your bedrooms, there are no windows in the tap room.
Okay.
Getting the feeling that this place used to be a fortification.
Yeah, I more said that already, but yeah. Out of game, actually, Jim, you may have. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you would have.
Diplomacy.
Yeah.
She's the curious sort. Yeah, I would have said something.
Okay. So you would have found out last night that this was in fact a watchtower at one point, which was knocked over and then abandoned. Locals scavenged the most of the rubble for stone for other buildings, but the owner's grandfather, great grandfather, somewhere back, basically got the rights to the actual tower as it stood and put a roof on it and built the inn. So yeah, this was in fact a fortification at one point. No one's really sure what knocked it over. There's a lot of theories that get flung about during the card game.
Mm-hmm.
A dragon, a giant, a storm. Just
A
shoddy.
giant storm dragon.
Right. Just shoddy craftsmanship. A lot of stuff goes back and forth.
Maybe it was slighted.
Perhaps.
You guys familiar with that term when it comes to castles and stonework?
No, sir.
No.
So sliding is either removing of some key bracing, like what would be like the wooden framework, and then putting wedges in certain keystones, making it to where it's unfit, basically. It's a way of without taking the time to demolish the entire castle, but making it useless as a fortification.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool bit of history.
Yep. So, you're all sitting around, and Jim, the boy, or actually, you all see him, but only Amalda recognizes him. The boy from the stable yard runs in, and he's whispering urgently to the bartender.
Hmm.
Who looks pissed.
You might want to go see if everything's all right with your mount. Looks like stable boy's all in a tizzy.
Sense motive. Basically, are they looking over at me like, oh dear? That's not terribly great. Let's get over to that skills sheet. That would be 16.
Yeah, you're getting the occasional side eye.
So I am walking over.
Something we need to worry about.
I'll let you know. Is there a problem?
Morning, miss. Yeah. It appears one of the boys from last night didn't take kindly to being cleaned out by a traveler. He appears to have taken off with your donkey.
Is that so? By the way, her eyes have started to glow a little.
Okay, let's see if because he's trying, like he was already kind of avoiding your gaze anyway. Yeah, so he has not yet noticed. He's like, yeah, just sit down. I'll have breakfast brought out for you. I'll send for Dagon or someone to get your animal back.
Someone didn't like your fancy card shuffling, eh?
Apparently
Come on,
not.
was it an adult or some kid? Whatever. They're probably just having a piss.
The you get a rap to the shin from the end of my staff. Like not necessarily an actual, hit, just kind of
Oh
like
yeah,
all
I
right.
know. Yeah, hey, it still stings.
And you're getting a side-eyed kind of glare.
So
She's sitting there just kind of deep breathing, like
the barmaid rushes out.
And so
Get
the
the feeling that was
trickster gets some
probably
tricksy done to her, eh?
Like she had both eyes closed. Now one of them is kind of creeping open to glare at you.
All's fair, right? Tricks of life.
She's just kind of deep breathing because very quietly in her head is the line, must not commit murder, must not commit murder. People don't appreciate it when you leave a body behind.
No, they don't.
No, remember that she's not saying that out loud. That's in her head.
Right.
So this
That
fellow
is how I
walks
got.
in past you all. He seems more nicely appointed than the other ones you've been dealing with. Not like he's not like wearing silks and frippery, but he's obviously not heading out to work in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Bartender's like, Dennick, didn't expect you here quite so fast. Miriam find you then. Where's Miriam? I was like, no, I came to put up a post. What did you need me for? Like, back here, please. Takes him into the back, and you can hear him whispering. And after a moment, you hear this strange rhythmic thumping against the wooden wall.
What?
Bam, bam, bam. Perception or sense motive?
17 on sense motive.
Apparently the guy is slowly beating his head against the wall. Yeah, Hatch, with your perception, you can easily tell that's the sound of meat and bone against the wall, but it's not. It's not somebody
Not fighting.
being punched into the wall, because that would actually be harder.
No. Right. This is that.
Greg's just like,
why?
Did you hear something?
Why?
Who's there?
You check the door behind you.
I don't know. I'm 5 or 6 shovelfuls of eggs in my mouth deep, so I'm not worried about it.
So he comes over and he tacks up a parchment on the wall, and then he's hurries swiftly out the door. Okay, so y'all just sitting around waiting to see if they resolve it?
I'm actually moving over to take a look at what he posted.
Yep.
Up at the wall.
You do that. I'm gonna refill my plate if there's more food to be had.
I mean, if
I'm
there's a
going
breakfast
board.
ale, I'm guzzling it.
Well, of course.
You've got to wash down the eggs with something.
Yeah.
So again, two copper a pitcher for the ale. They supplied a meal for free as apology.
And so, long story short, this barmaid's gonna have a hell of a mess to clean up because Greg and I are not the nicest eaters. We've got eggs all over the fucking place. I'm eating it off the table even if the chunks are big enough. Once they get small enough, I'm not into that.
So what did he post?
It is a warning and a kind of a combination warning and job posting. There have been kobolds sighted nearby. So there is a bounty for dealing with them, but it's also a warning to travelers to be wary. Excuse me.
What's the bounty?
It is 5 gold per head.
Hatch.
Per band. And seems a bit excessive because you know some places where kobolds are left alone, but apparently these have been attacking travelers.
Make
I
my way
gesture-
over there.
I
Make
gesture
my
at the
way over
poster.
there, still carrying my plate, eating, pointing at
I
shit
kinda-
with a piece of toast.
Tap at the poster with my the parchment with my staff.
I didn't hear. Was I called as well or no?
Oh, yes, I would have. Boys, well, I know you were complaining about wanting some more coin, Hatch.
I come over with the pitcher that I've been drinking out of.
Yeah, I'm like poking the paper with the greasy bit of toast. Like, what's this? Oh, a bit of money.
5 gold ahead for kobold.
Oddly enough, gets a bit of a whistle out, which seems fascinating with around a cheek full of food.
Probably not all that comes out.
Yeah, some eggs too.
What's it say? I
Well-
can't read. There's a rather large
Nope.
person in front of me.
Well, they'll pay us to kill, mate.
They're asking for some. They're offering 5 gold ahead for kobolds in the immediate area. Apparently, been causing some trouble.
Kobolds?
Kobolds, yes. Might be a bit of a surprise to you, Gerg. But most people aren't able to deal that well with the little bastards.
Why not?
Most people can't take their heads off with one swing of their hand. I kind of am obviously looking at you.
Really? I'm looking at Hatch, confused. Like, yeah, she's messing with me, right?
Yeah, just kind of like chewing, like Tud, staring blankly. I don't get it.
Just kind of roll my eyes. They're all well. Either way, they're offering to pay you to engage in a bit of violence. I don't think either of you lads are particularly opposed to such. And I'm in a mood, so
Nah, come on. I'm used to being a bit of a bastard and getting paid for it. Why not for the greater good?
Why not?
all right then.
And that's the truth of it. Scratches behind his ear.
Okay. Oop, oop, oop.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to go to speak to the bartender.
You look over at the bar. He has disappeared.
And I'm potentially going to make more of a mess by scraping a big pile of shit into my mouth and a bunch off into the floor at the same time, accidentally. I'm finishing my plate.
Kind of figured.
Me too.
Kind of rap against the countertop.
Yes, ma'am.
So I can't help but notice that your constable posted a thing about kobolds. Have they been a normal problem around here?
Uh, now and then. Typically they stay south in Damar, but every now and then they wander up this way and try and set up.
Any idea where they would normally be found?
Well, uh, oof, I'm not much of a wanderer, or adventurer of any form. More or less grew up in this here bar.
Nothing to be ashamed about that.
I believe they like caves and stuff, right? So,
Who would I talk to if I wanted to get an idea of the local environment, local surrounding?
Well, honestly, my wife likes to go for walks. She could probably help you on some of the basics. Not to mention, I'm in the back a lot cooking. She deals with the customers. She hear more stuff than I.
Fair enough.
She should be back soon.
All right.
Real soon, yes.
As she.
Yep.
as
And here
we
she
hear the
is.
door open.
Out of game. He's really nervous about talking to you guys all of a sudden. Like, he was upset about telling you somebody had stolen your donkey out of his stable. But sent for a guard, gave you a free meal to recompense. Figured that was all
Now
good.
he's nervous.
Now he's actively nervous about talking to you. Would anyone
You're
like
right,
to guess
Baxter.
why?
Are my eyes still glowing?
Maybe
No.
because he heard us talking about how easy it was to kill kobolds.
But there was a particular line that somebody used where, hey, they're going to pay you to kill people. I figured you'd enjoy that.
Right.
He heard that and
And
he's
I
like,
was like,
and he edged out of the room.
right. And then I didn't deny it, and then even went so far as to, compound upon that. Like, well, I normally get paid to be a bit of a bastard. Might as well do it for the greater good, right?
Right. He's
I'm sure that was completely accidental on my part. No, it wasn't. She's not going to rip him apart, but the fact that it happened on his property has her pissed at him. She's not.
Well,
So yeah.
It was as much of an accident.
Again,
I'll be honest. Realistically, he could say, sorry, I can't help you.
I get that, but Justin,
Mhm.
why are you assuming I'm a reasonable person?
I'm not. Kind of assuming
That
otherwise,
was
actually.
that was
I
just
was
as
gonna
much
say-
of an accident as like when Tristan
You
joined
know
our
how-
Red Dead. Yeah, that was just as much of an accident. Tristan joined our Red Dead, and while me and Sam were doing a delivery, and I accidentally shot him.
Oops.
Ooh, such a shame.
Well, you've heard of a Karen, right? Well, in this setting, they've changed it to Imelda. It's not Karen.
To be fair,
My
she didn't
problem is
ask
that-
to speak to the manager.
Nope, we currently were.
I mean, yes.
We superseded. We went straight directly to the owner.
I didn't ask
You
for
say
the
that like
owner.
there's
I
a
said I
vote.
wanted to talk to the manager.
You say that like there's a whole lot of other people to talk to here.
Not in this village. Anyway, so she comes back in. She's like, I went and looked all over town only to find out he'd already been here.
Indeed. My turn. Justin,
Hmm.
let's see. Can I? And the barkeep's got suddenly spots that there's 2 copper on the counter in front of him.
Okay. Well, those quickly disappear.
Basically, it's Melda. She does things. Anyway. So she turns to Miriam. She's like, Miriam, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I'm terribly sorry about all this, but we should get him back. No problems.
So, your good husband here says that you've got a fair bit of knowledge about the surroundings. There's apparently been a posting of a reward for any kobold heads that someone can bring in.
She turns a moment and looks at the wall. You get the feeling that's typically where postings are. He's like, well, I say since you're asking about the local, you're wanting to know where they might be.
Be appreciated.
Well, if they're moving into an established area, honestly, the easiest would probably be the old mine. There was a silver mine not too far outside of town. Maybe 2 hours walk.
All right.
I should keep our mind off things. Kind of like popping my knuckles, hoping the insinuation just floats in the air. That should give them plenty of time to figure out what they need to, right?
I kind of roll my eyes at Miriam Goodnight, kind of the whole, men attitude.
She's like, what else? I know there was a group that set up down by the river, a ways upstream. They had these little weird mud huts that they built. Those would be gone, but they seem to put them up pretty fast, so I guess they could have done it again.
Oh, that's much obliged.
Those are the 2 spots I know have been used by them before.
Well, then I suppose we'll go check those out first. Go ahead and pay for the rooms for tonight, too.
Well.
And if they
just out of the corner of your eye, you can see the innkeeper's shoulders slump slightly.
Internally snickering.
Yeah, he was kind of hoping you'd move on and the trouble would be over, but...
Nope.
Nor is he going to turn down the coin, so... She's like, oh,
figured.
Well, I'll make sure it's all freshened up for you.
Much obliged. Out of game, this is also so that I can, in theory, leave excess gear here.
Okay.
Because I would have removed the saddlebags and such from the donkey before.
I figured, because there's not really anywhere to leave them out there.
Right, so... Alright, I'll go... Alright, you two, I'm going to go clean up a little, and then we'll head out. Again, Miriam, thank you for the information.
Of course, of course. Good luck.
Thank you.
I turn to Hatch. Why would she need to clean up? We've barely had breakfast.
Well, girls like that kind of thing, as we're both covered in all kinds of breakfast. You know, the soft and pretty, and they like to smell good.
I kind of smell underneath my arm. Shrug.
I don't know. I'll fake you smell just fine.
Yuck.
So out of game, I am actually going and brushing my teeth. Because I
Okay.
actually took a grooming kit. Do my
Okay.
hair.
As we're sitting in the common room for like 4 hours waiting on her.
No.
Brush her teeth.
No. She out of game. She's actually probably going a little quicker. She's in the mood right now where she really just kind of wants something to be bleeding
Right.
and
Preferably not your
squealing.
gums.
She
Yeah,
wants to have
no,
her hands on something that's bleeding and possibly screaming.
Look, I'm not
I'll
gonna
kind of
kink
clean up
shame, but
myself. I'll kind of clean up myself. I'll swish the last bit of ale in my cup through my mouth and spit it back in the cup. There you go.
I use my claws to kind of comb egg out of my fur.
There you go. See, clean up just nice.
okay. So where are you
So
guys gonna head? Once everyone's
let's go check out the river first, because that'll be the quickest to, overall the easiest to determine if they are there, and also should in theory be a lot less work to try and get any of them that are there.
Well, after you.
Alright. So are you going to go upstream again?
That's where she said they were last time, so go
Yes.
check there first.
Okay.
And then work our way down.
So yeah, you follow a road for a ways, and then you leave it behind as it turns away from the river.
Okay.
Eventually, you find mounds near the riverbank.
Hmm.
Well, they've already died.
And
Look,
there's the occasional like
massive burials.
branch or a bit of stone or a thick piece of wood sticking out at weird angles. Out of game, these were mud huts that nobody lived in them, so they collapsed. But they're still mud, so
Okay.
what you're seeing sticking out of them was the bracing.
Okay. Just kind of wanted the confirmation that they weren't here.
No one's rebuilt this specific spot, at least.
Go a little further upriver, maybe another mile or so, and then head back to check out the mine.
All right.
Keep an eye out for any sign of them.
Yeah. Perceptions?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 10 on mine.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, they rolled.
Oh, it didn't show up for a moment. So Hatch,
25.
you have a keen eye. As you're passing one of the lumps, you realize that the stick that is poking out of this particular mud mound is not just a brace or support of any form, but seems to be a small staff. And as you pull one
Really?
end free, there's a piece of not quartz. What is that called? Oh, I can't think of the term all of a sudden. The shiny, smooth rocks which break. They were so cool as kids, but they're worthless.
Oh yeah. They're, for lack of a specific term, they're little like geodes. You bop them in
Yeah,
half and they're shiny in the middle.
yeah, kind of like that. But there's one of those attached with rotting, well, thin twine to one end where it had branched and been trimmed back.
This looks like it used to be rather fancy, and I'll
Mhm.
um, you know, offer it up for people to look at.
It's
I'm like,
honestly, it's not. It would be very difficult for you could maybe use it as a cane because it's a staff sized for a kobold.
Right.
I actually cast detect magic.
Okay. It is in fact magical.
Like, well,
While you're doing that, I'll hold it up for Greg. And I'll say, "Here, mate, get a scent. Good boy. Smell after him."
Growls at you.
Oh, not that type of dog. Sorry, mate.
rolls her eyes and kind of huffs a laugh. Well, I don't think you. I don't think we want you throwing that anyway, do you? Kind of reach out, tap it with my staff. It's magical.
I
Can't necessarily
wasn't
tell
going to
what it.
play fence. I was hoping he could get a scent, take us on the trail. A hunting dog. My mistake. Do you know what it does?
Unfortunately, I'm not particularly learned in that sort of matter. At a game, I have no ranks in spellcraft or knowledge arcana.
Mm.
Kind of the problem of I get 2 skill ranks, a level plus my intel.
Well,
You can
see what I can figure out.
let's say you can attempt to activate it, but okay. So he waves it around.
Booga booga booga.
All right. Uh,
Apparently, Booga Booga Boonga is the activation phrase.
somewhere in there you've managed to do it. Gerg, call high-low.
Hello.
You are now cleaner
Aha!
and
Yeah,
wet.
look. Completely showered.
Recreate water.
Yes.
Fresh as a morning dew.
You literally just sprayed water into his face.
In game,
Now the whole area smells like wet dog.
Yes.
in game, I laugh for a moment, then I get a whiff, and I'm like,
I mean, it's 1 gallon of water. But you notice that the sparkle seems to have gone out of the geode.
Well, now it's a cane. And I'm walking with it like a cane.
all right, let's go check out the mine.
Okay. So I should have asked this before. Are you guys being stealthy or are you just being you?
I'm endeavoring to be stealthy. That's my bad. I would be trying to be stealthy, so.
I would attempt.
On the approach to the mine, I have a 26. I actually have a good stealth.
I apparently am pretty interested in this staff. So I'm sneaking, right? But I'm like so excited. I'm like, look at it. And Greg's pretty excited about it too. He's like, man, that thing is cool.
I have
Either
an
he's
egg one
bitching
to
that I got
stealth.
He's
he's bitching.
hence your
He's bitching
I'm
I got him.
attempting. You should have thrown it, then I could have taken it. So there is an old path that is not. You can tell that it hasn't seen a ton of use lately, although nor is it completely overgrown.
Can we point out that he may want to try and be a little quieter?
Yeah.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 18.
So yeah, all of you got at least 3 times his stealth roll, so you can easily tell that he is being rather noisy.
Then after 10 or 15 feet of that ruckus, Imelda and I both kind of give him that stern gaze. We're stern gazingly at him. Be a little quieter, mate. There. See, like me. There you go.
So you can see the entrance ahead of you. You can tell that it is the entrance, not just a random cave, because you can see the wooden beams supporting the ceiling.
Okay.
Now, I don't spend a whole lot of time in caves, but I imagine that's not natural.
No. Somehow I don't think so.
All right. Then it would appear we found the cave.
It's called a mine.
Mine. That's what I meant.
I'm getting down. I'm kind of crouching down a little, trying to see if there's any sign of anything on the basically trying to see if I can spot any sign of recent activity at the mine. Perception.
Yep.
I will take that fucking roll.
Okay, question is, are you doing it from here?
I'm okay, Justin. I'm looking at the path
Okay.
itself to see if there's signs of recent activity. With a total of 23.
Okay. So yes, you can make out that some stuff has definitely been dragged along this path. It hasn't been enough yet to kill off all the grass and stuff, but it's definitely bent it in places.
All right. So I'm like, well, there's definitely something going on here.
Well, let's make our way over to the mouth of the mine. See if there's more intel to gather.
Alright, should have done this earlier. Move checks. Token check, however you want to phrase it.
I was like, what's a move check?
What do I roll for that?
Your computer.
Oh man, I'll be right back.
I didn't take any computers.
Ample backhand has left the chat. Get out.
Mhm. Let's see here. Sam, did you actually leave the chat?
Yeah, I'm rolling my computer. Hold
Oh.
on.
I didn't know if there's something to come up with the kid.
No.
Okay. All right, so you approach the entrance. It is very dark inside.
Okay. What about in the immediate vicinity? Can I lay my keen eye about?
Sure. Anything in particularly you are looking for?
Just essentially taking play from her book. I'll be keeping an eye to the ground while sort of listening to any sounds coming out of the cave.
Okay. So you spend a few moments just kind of standing there looking around. You note that some branches have been stripped out of these trees. Like, first when you kind of pass over, it doesn't really catch your eye, but then you see it again and again, like literally smaller branches have been just ripped off, not even cut. The larger ones are left intact, and the higher up ones, but the trees right around this entrance have obviously been partially stripped for something.
The kobold's known for making traps. I'll say that out loud to anyone who knows shit about them.
Hmm?
Are the
Well,
kobolds known for making traps that anyone knows?
at a game, the problem is it's a knowledge check, knowledge dungeoneering check.
Yeah, that's
No,
that's
I'm
where
I'm
I'm at.
double.
I don't have it.
At a game, I'm fairly certain that's the knowledge check, but I don't have it.
Yeah. All I have is knowledge local. Honey.
I'm like, well,
Dungeoneering.
no matter what, going into a dark cave with creatures that I'm willing to bet might have dark vision, might have the ability to see in the dark, seems like a good place to put traps.
Well, how high up are these branches that are broken, Justin?
I mean, you would have needed to reach or possibly even climb for some of them.
Okay. Well, then I'd motion upward for everyone to kind of take a gander. I'll say this cane, or I guess staff or whatever, is a staff for them. But somehow they've got branches from way up there broken down. So are they known for climbing? I guess it's more of the same, right? No one's really sure. But so either traps or something big. I'm not sure.
Well,
Dirk is just kind of scratching himself. Very flatteringly, mind.
You know, do that night.
As he lowers his back foot to the back to the ground. Or his leg to the ground.
Distracting.
All right. Well, we're going to need a light source going in.
I've got torches.
As do I. I also have dark vision.
I can see in the dark as well. I'm kind of
Well, then
looking at you,
lead.
Hat.
Yeah,
Like,
then lead the way, because Hatch cannot.
well, Greg?
And I will go ahead in the dark without a torch lit, as long as one of you guys is okay with my hand on your shoulder.
As long as you don't pull my fur.
No.
Okay.
So we stealth.
Okay. Go ahead, whoever's going first, head on in.
You've got. I gesture for Gerg. Like, he's got this.
Give me a perception check there, Gerg.
Alrighty, that is
Holy
what
shit.
bonus? $19.
Okay. So as you step in, looking around, you see him, even though he thinks he's being sneaky. There was a kobold. Hang on a moment. I am revealing area. In this corner, who lunges at you with his spear. But you are not flat-footed, and he does not hit. As I said, he lunged at you with his spear and is completely open now. He's like,
He thrust his spear at you mightily, and instead left himself open. Is that more appropriate? Is it?
Thank you, Tristan.
Well, time to die. Well, time for him to die.
I kill him now?
What was your initiative?
My initiative is.
I mean, that was a little harsh. It was just a weird joke. Nat
Look
20.
at you and your fancy initiative.
All right. Well, Hatch, it is your turn, and you can actually see this guy. There's still enough light coming in from the entrance for you to see him.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Excellent. I will introduce him to the pointy end.
Of your wit.
No, the business end of me pig sticker. Look, I gotta find a better name for it, right? Does 14 get him?
It does not. He yelps and pulls his shield up very quickly as the blade slides along it and catches on the rim just before it would have stabbed him in the face.
Lucky fucker.
Out of game, literally 1 point short.
Damn it.
His
That's a lot
turn,
of damage for a dagger.
isn't it? That is a ton of damage, and that's not even a sneak attack.
Told you don't want to meet him in a dark alley.
Yeah. So he's gonna withdraw. Actually, he's going to try and stab at Greg again. Jeezle. Alright. And he takes a step back here. Well, technically right there. But he moves between two pillars to try and limit your ability to come at him. And he's chirping, clicking. You're pretty sure he's trying to yell for help. But there doesn't seem to be any response from deeper in the caves. Imelda.
He's like, oh shit, there's 3 of them.
Actually, at this moment, he only knows about 2. Imelda, it is your turn.
I know. I am quietly moving over here. Like, the boys have got it. And I'm actually stealthing. So, 25.
Where are you moving?
Center of the room. Here's the thing. He might notice me, but I'm fairly certain he's going to be more focused on the knoll that's about to come.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep an eye out for anybody else coming in, since I have dark vision and can see down the passages.
Yep. So let me. So quick perception, Jim.
All right. That'd be a total of 25.
All right. So you can look down. The one directly ahead of you and one to your right, both you can tell split into two different directions. The one to your left looks like it enters a four-way intersection.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, Girk. Would you
All
like to
right.
end this man's whole career?
I would. Is a 18 hit.
Yes.
Bye-bye, Kobold.
Yes.
19 points of damage.
Oh my god. You. So. You swing. You literally cut through one of the rotting support pillars and him before your axe impacts
Good
another pillar.
night.
Like, you did almost four times as much. You did almost four times as much damage as he has hit points.
And you bisected him.
Yes. Like, literally for a moment, the top half is sitting there on top of your axe, like alive, before it realizes it's supposed to be dead.
You Looney Tunes killed.
Basically.
If he had
He's like,
been
I'm gonna.
running
Oh,
at the
man.
time you hit him, his legs would have continued forward for a bit. All right. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay. Hatch.
Okay.
This guy's so dead you
I'm
can
gonna
tell it
run
from
out
where
of.
you're at.
I'm gonna run out of light going deeper into this place, so I have to pull out a torch at this point,
Okay.
and that's what I'll do. I'll light up.
Well, actually, here's the thing: are we going to step out of initiative for the moment?
Wasn't planning to.
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay. So that's gonna be Hatch's turn, lighting a torch. Mudda.
I'm holding my action at this point.
All right. Gerg.
I step up here and ask, which way should we go? Well, whisper it.
I gesture with my staff. Let's go that to the left. Let's start off that way. We're going to have to go be very thorough in these tunnels.
All right, so that was what? 10 feet?
Did you take proof
So
of
I
your
can
kill?
get. I figure we can come back for that.
All right. So you're gonna head
So,
up here.
yeah. So this is one move. And that would be what? Ruler tool.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll go as far as I can.
All right. Well, you get to here, and the two that have been holding their turns go. just below you. Or, no, wait. They're below you. You're at the bottom. Heal some more. So you walk up into this intersection. And are immediately ambushed by kobolds running from 2 different directions to try and attack you. Okay. So these dice roll great when I'm rolling them as a player. Apparently they don't like to hurt their player-centric dice, because when I'm rolling them as a GM, they are rolling crap. I rolled a 1 and a 4 on the dice. Their bonuses are most definitely not high enough to do any good. So you walk up to this area and they decide to try and attack you, and it does nothing.
Attack was ineffective.
Since you were looking around, you can tell that this area leads down. Like there's a slope going down. That stopped your movement, and you were already on your second move, so Hatch, it is your turn. You can hear that combat has resumed.
All right. I will make my way towards it. Can I go here?
5, 10.
That's too far, isn't it?
No, you can get
I think
there.
okay.
So
My-
I am going to go ahead
by
and
my count.
Justin,
Hmm.
I am casting a spell.
It's you did hold your turn.
Yeah, I held my turn. Tricks and trouble make it double. Bless. Everybody gets a +1 on attack rolls. All of
Alright.
my allies.
You gonna try and stab that one there, Hatch?
I am.
Okay.
Ugh. All right. Time for the good old thickities.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, swipe with your dagger, but you're a bit high for such a small creature.
Luna.
So I need to do more than just try and fan him, right?
Yes.
All right.
Girk?
Alright. I'm gonna attack this one.
can you cleave?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was gonna say he's a first level gnoll. He only has 2 feet. Actually, at this level.
Yeah.
Power attack and cleave, he could have.
Yep.
Left and right. Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying
took
he has.
weapon focus though.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Does a 11 hit?
And no, an 11 does not. So he ducks under your axe, cackling.
Wow. So 11 doesn't hit, 14 doesn't hit, 6 doesn't hit. When are we gonna hit, man? What's going on? They're impossible to friggin' hit.
All right, Ben.
No, that would be Seth.
Right. That's right. I apologize, Ben.
Ben would be wailing about how we were all doomed.
Yes. All right. Do you have a movement action you want to take?
No.
All right. Well, uh, Hatch, the one did notice you, so he's going to try and stab you instead. Pretty sure.
He is welcome to try.
I'm pretty sure a 14 does not succeed.
It does
Didn't
not.
even hit my touch.
Well, how about a 17 to you there, Gerg?
No.
Okay.
There's a reason I have a -1 in stealth.
I like armor.
I took what was it? The bone or horn lamier
Lamelier.
lamellar armor. Comes with a -4 to my armor penalty, but it comes with a +5 armor bonus, and then I have tough hide, which gives me +2 to natural my armor,
Nice.
and then my AC or my dex bonus, which is a 3.
Do you get all of that with the horn lamelier?
Yeah.
I'm just
It's only
asking.
medium
sure.
armor.
Yeah.
It's fine. But I don't know. I
I'm
didn't know offhand.
pretty sure. I'll double check, but
Yep. Max dex bonus +3.
Oh, so you're right there. There you go.
yeah, I'm pretty good at checking that.
Yeah, lamelier isn't something we use a lot of.
Yeah, I know. It was the best I could afford.
Well, the thing is we're actually considering that a Thon's right frickin' there. Well,
Yeah.
not right frickin' there, but
Well, it's ways to the north, but yeah. It's on this coast.
the dwarves, the main smiths around, are Japanese style. So
All right, Hatch, it is your turn again. As the two kobolds set themselves in such a way to help guard each other with the shields.
Right. Then I will attempt to strike him. Ah, damn it! I said I was going to roll
I
my
was going to say, I
dice.
thought you were going to use Eclipse.
use the. Will you let him roll the clicks?
well, I have a second attack, so that one was a 6,
All right.
and I'll hit him.
7.
I'll hit him with the torch. Does a 15 hit?
Are you including the +1?
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does, because they're using remember how I said
Teamwork
they moved?
feat.
Yeah, it's a teamwork feat called Shield
Right.
Wall, which ups their AC by 1 because they're help guarding each other.
Okay.
But that raised it by 1 point from 15 to 16, and you still managed to get them.
So
They're like, we will fight together.
one gets bashed with a torch. Ah!
he takes
Where is that?
It's
Oh, bludgeoning damage equal to a gauntlet.
right.
Actually, what did you roll? Because you realize it counts as an improvised weapon.
I didn't, but I rolled a 14
On the
and
die.
then that's
Yeah, +1,
and
+1.
so
Wait, no, because you get a strength bonus of 4.
right, it's -2. So, well, at the end of it, it would be a +2. So, whatever minuses are from a 16, forgive me, 17, because of the bless.
So unfortunately, because an improvised weapon is a -4, and you have the negative for 2-weapon fighting,
Okay.
you are not going to hit normal. However, you do deal 1 point of fire damage as it bashes against his shield.
Okay.
And he screeches because he's, you know, dark vision guy who was living in a dark cave, and you come up and slam a torch down near his eyes.
Fire!
Not that they don't use fire, it's just, he wasn't expecting it right there.
Usually it's not inches from his eye.
Right. Alright, Imelda.
I'm keeping an eye on the other two passages.
Okay.
And again, I kind of figured they got this.
Greg?
Alright, attacking same guy. Well, I hope this hits. How does a 22 do?
Rather well.
That
Alrighty.
sounded like doo-doo.
14 points of damage?
And he has
Oh,
ceased to
yeah,
be.
14.
Be gone.
He has joined the Screeching Choir Invisible. Which, by the way, subsequently
You're
lowers
cutting
his...
out, man.
I say that subsequently lowers his companion's AC, as his companion is no longer protected by his shield. Alright.
I turned to the grin.
Any move action?
I turned to the remaining kobold and grin.
More of a baring of teeth, but alright.
Kind of do that low hyena laugh.
Oof. I'm
Well-
sorry, all I can think is that right now my mind's playing Queen. Tonight I'm gonna have myself a good time.
This one seems to be getting a
Just
bit
fucking
more
a low
desperate.
hyena.
He does not want to fuck around with Gehrig, because his buddy already found out. But a 13 is not going to do anything to Hatch.
No.
Hatch, what would you like to do to him?
Stab him. I'm gonna stab him so hard. Does a 20 get him?
Yes.
All right.
It gets him, as you said, so hard.
So
Alright, that sounds wrong.
hard. Ooh. Max damage.
Ooh.
So
That's an
8 damage.
Yep. So he stabs at you, and as he draws his spear back, you slide in beside the spear and just stick your knife in his throat. He gurgles as his dark blood pours out. He collapses to the floor
Yeah,
dead.
just kind of do that eye to eye stare as the life leaves his eyes. Fucker.
Jim, give me a perception.
Alrighty. You know, I have not rolled the same d20 twice this entire game. Just had
Fancy, huh? Just rolling them and throwing them away. Wad it up, throw it out, use it once.
That would be 18 for the perception.
Okay. So, because of them echoing, it's a little hard to tell where they're coming from specifically, but you are hearing a series of chirps and whistles going back and forth. Obviously, they're attempting to communicate or actively communicating. It's not really sure which.
Alrighty.
But no
I
one is
believe they know
coming
we're.
out to fight you.
Well, they know we're here.
Okay.
Uh,
What do you do, Imelda?
I am casting Shield of Faith.
Okay. Gerg?
I go back to Emilda. And that's about it because I don't know where I'm going.
Do you point him in a direction, Jim?
Go ahead and check out down there.
This way?
That's where she gestures her staff.
One second. How far do I get down that hallway?
You can get about to the crossroads. Which way are you going to go?
I'm gonna wait for the others. If I don't, can I give you perception to see if I hear the noises one way or another?
You can attempt perception, yes.
I don't think I did very well.
Well, I do. I think you did great, man.
12.
See, you gave it your best.
You don't hear the noises. You do see, it looks like some crates and stuff down to your right.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, not really knowing where to go, I'll just wait for the others.
Okay. Hatch. So he went
I'll,
back,
And so will I.
Okay.
I'll head this way as well.
Okay.
As I'm passing Imelda, I'll tip of the knife to the tip of my brim as I kind of walk past, like I'm tipping a hat, a fake hat. There's no hat there.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Keep walking.
Which, so to be there, if I counted right, would be 35 feet. So you're already into your second movement. Are you stopping or are you going to keep going?
Well, knowing that, I'll take a 5-footer back then. I'll stay here.
Mm. You can take the extra 5 feet if you're ending your turn.
Oh, okay then.
That's what I'm
Yes.
asking. Are you ending your turn
Yeah.
right behind him, or are you going to keep going past him?
No, I'm gonna hang out here. They can see further than what my torch is allowing me to see. How I feel.
Hmm? No
Whether or
problem.
not that's true,
Uh,
yeah,
I
I'm
will say
aware of
that your
hatches
torch
and shit.
does shed enough light for you to see the crates down to your right.
Okay,
This passage twists enough
there
that
we
it's
are.
hard for you to get a straight shot up it.
Well, there we are then. Loot. And that's my
Okay, Imelda.
I'm just going to keep holding my action right now. At this point, I've done what I can to support them, so until I see more signs of the enemy.
Alrighty. That's gonna bring it back around to Girk.
Alright, well, Gerg's gonna go headlong this way.
Okay. Girk, I need a reflex save.
Oh boy. $15.
Okay. So you jump back as the floor in front of you crumbles out and falls into the passage below.
I don't think it's this way.
It's a bit noisy.
I didn't mean to break the floor.
I think it's stronger than you let on.
I am.
An arrow goes whizzing by you and nearly hits Hatch.
Ah, cheating, huh? As I kind of look down at the torch in my hand. Fucking cheater.
He was actually aiming at Girk. He just rolled really bad. You can hear a sharp series of whistles and clicks from up that way, but it's not the kobold you can see. You get the feeling he's being reprimanded for giving himself away. All right, Hatch, it's your turn.
How big is that hole?
Uh, not quite 10 feet across.
I can leap it. Running jump.
Okay. Hang on. Kind of got the problem of Greg being in the way. Acrobatics. Holy cow. Yeah, you're going to want Greg to move out of your way.
What's that all about?
So you need a 10-foot running start or the DC doubles.
Right. Can I not move through his square? Is that not
It's not considered open
viable?
space. You can move through, but you can't run through. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, then knowing that, I wouldn't believe that I'm capable of run jumping across the hold. And
You might yell at him to get out of the way.
Yeah. How I wasn't aware that was a viable option. Is that effective? Can he
Technically,
react
he
and move?
can't move until next turn, but you can tell him what you want him to do when it's his turn. And otherwise, hold your action for when he moves. Or you
Okay.
could duck
Well,
back
then,
around the corner so you're not in line of sight of the archer.
yeah, that's fair.
Your choice.
I'll just step back behind here, break line of sight.
Yep. Okay. Imelda?
So, uh, at this point, I'm primarily keeping an eye down this way, but seems like there's something going on back here. So, still holding.
Okay. Greg.
I really don't know what to do.
Well, you could attempt to jump across. Back up 5 feet.
Hope I roll good.
Yeah, basically you back up 5 feet, and then you would run forward and make an acrobatics check.
I'll do that. Does an 18 make it?
Yes.
Good, because I mean that's like I'm taking an egg one in that one too.
And you still have an attack action.
And that attack action is
Really good.
does a what is it? Does an 18 confirm?
Yes.
Okay, which brings me my question: is it necessary for him to roll?
Yes.
Against this guy, not for
I love
not
that
in order to
Jameson
kill him.
answers.
In order for Jameson to enjoy it fully, yes.
I love that Jameson just answers. He's like, don't ask the
So
GM, man. He doesn't know.
33 points of damage.
So somehow in the jump, your axe got turned sideways, and you bring it down on top of him. And instead of cutting him in half, you just smash him into a pancake.
Damn it, we're not getting paid for that one.
Fucking blood paste. Bullshit. There's an
It
ear in there somewhere.
sprays out on the walls. Dude, that's over 6 times his HP.
The
Yes.
pink miss.
He is dead.
Well, a great axe has a ×3 multiplier.
Yeah.
What a.
I mean, I can only
just
crit on a 20,
mad, a mad knoll just running around, banging shit up.
Don't break the floor.
Okay. Well, that makes it their turn. They're a little concerned with him being on this side now. Let me go ahead and reveal what you see, Gerg. Let's do that. And these, well, one's just going to shoot at you because he ain't getting close after he saw what you did to the other guy. 15 to hit, which I don't believe hits you. This guy moves in.
A what to hit?
15.
No.
All right. This guy comes in and he's swinging a mace for a 21.
Just barely hits.
Fortunately for you, it's a mace, so it is not in his crit range. Why have I lost my stats on that? Apologies. Trying to find... There we go. Okay, it is correct. Alright, you take 9 points of damage as he maximizes.
That's over half.
Yeah. So, roll to see if you stay up.
Con?
It's just a fortitude save. No, it is it's a con check.
Whew. 21.
Oh, you're still up. Hatch, your turn.
Wait till next round.
Coming over.
Okay. Acrobatics.
22.
So the really sad thing is, with that, you would have made it without the running jump. Because it was a DC 10.
And I'll stab Grig's new mate here.
Because apparently jumping 10 feet is really easy.
So
But you wouldn't want to double it.
23 hits.
Uh, 23 definitely hits, yes.
All right. Does a 22 back it up?
Yes.
Uh, 15.
Now he has to make a save. Which he succeeds as Hatch jumps across and slides a dagger in under one of his arms as he's coming up. With the amount of blood leaking out of him, you probably hit something probably important there.
All right. I'll say some fancy one-liner like, mind if I cut in?
Melda, you are left alone.
Yes.
You have heard a snarl.
I am moving over this way, over towards where the boys were, because... Actually, hold on a moment. Let me... Distance on that is... Okay. So I will get... Go. I don't need the measure thing. Go away. No! I don't. Stop! Okay.
Oh, you will measure.
There we go. No. Alright. Here we are. So I'm up here and I'm like, you lads okay over there? I am, while I have moved over here, I am keeping an eye down here because, again, I do not want to get fucking ambushed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, also, I have dark vision 60 feet, so
Okay.
just noting how far, is that all that I'm seeing?
Sorry,
Okay.
it went to the wall because you're looking down the passage.
Okay. So it looks like a dead end. Alright.
No, it's just you're only seeing a narrow portion because of the angle.
That's fine. Alrighty then.
I mean, it's a mine. They're all dead ends.
That's fair. Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be a tunnel.
Alright.
All right, so that's what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay. Greg, shall vengeance be yours?
It shall. I snarl at him. That hurt.
And in
With
trade, he replies,
I
good.
25 to hit.
Yeah, okay.
And 10 points of damage.
Okay, you want to describe it?
I swing my axe. If Hatch has any mustaches, he may want to check them. And then I take off his head.
Okay. His body falls over and the head rolls across the floor. The one in the back screeches in fear and terror and unleashes another arrow at you. $18.
Nope.
And it is trying to move back into the wall, but there's nowhere for it to go. Hatch? Hatch, you there? Sam, if you're talking, you're muted.
We might be dealing with kids.
That is very possible.
His internet crashed.
Ah, da da da. Yep, there he disappears off my list. So when he gets back, we're going to tell him how cool it was and all this other.
Yeah, he's reporting a full-on outage.
Oh. Like, we're done for the night?
I'll ask him if he wants to go ahead and call it, because he did say he wasn't going to be much past midnight.
That's true. I mean, there's technically 2 more encounters in this cave, but you guys just killed the main boss, so.
Hello.
Hello!
Hey.
Hey.
So, Jameson had pointed out that it is a little past midnight. Did you need to wrap it up?
Um. Well, I mean, the dungeon's not too much terribly bigger, is it?
No,
Or
there's
there?
technically, as I said, there's technically 2 more encounters, but you guys have already dealt with the big boss for the area, so.
Okay. Yeah, we can finish it up.
Alright. Well, it's your turn.
Okay. One moment. Everything is having a seizure.
I know somebody's been taking forever on their turn. So I'm pretty sure I interpreted it right, but Sam specifically said his internuts went out.
Yes.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Probably safer that way.
How far away is that guy back there?
5, 10, 15, 20 feet. He
All
was a
right.
little closer, but after shooting, you know, seeing his boss die horrifically, he fired an arrow. He's trying to squeeze himself back into the corner, but there's really nowhere for him to go at this point.
That's what I like. Hello. And I'll stab him.
Oh, I'm so gonna clip that.
So, that's
Hello, and I stab him.
hello. And he gets stabbed. Does 20 get him?
Yes.
And he takes 6 damage.
That is enough to drop him.
Hello. Stab him. Good boy. And let him, and I'll push him off the end of my knife.
Okay.
Nasty buggers.
Melda?
Least they could do is have the decency to have the proper colored blood.
I'm going to make my way over, check on the boys.
Okay. Are you attempting to acrobatics across? Or are you going to climb down and climb back up?
Well, between the two skills, acrobatics.
Okay.
I will take a 22.
Alright, so you stroll casually up to the ledge and jump over. Because, you know, it's perfectly normal for people to a standing 10-foot jump. It's more than
I'm
that.
looking at.
It's possible.
Seeing Amilda, I stop holding my side and kind of straighten.
Oh, come here.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It
I can
only
do
hurts
Death
when I
Watch.
breathe.
I can do Death Watch at will.
He doesn't know that.
I know, but I'm telling you as the GM how
I
this
saw
is going.
that. So, oh, you're asking how far down he is?
Yeah.
I'm at 5 hit points of 14.
Yeah, he's like 2/3 of the way to 0.
Well, unfortunately, I can't do the cure this round, but I'll do a cure spell next round.
Technically, is Death Watch a action?
It's still. I can do it
At will, but it's still an action to do it.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, they only took 64% of my hit points.
Yeah, but you're also a frontline fighter.
All right, so I assume that
That feels like a specific amount of hit points.
well, on a scale of 1 to 14, you got hit for 9.
It's not quite a passing grade, but it's close.
Well, he already passed. But All right, so I assume
he hits him with the rim shot.
I assume that it just cycles back until it's Amilda's turn again.
Just waiting about.
All right. Let's see. Cure spell will be. You will recover.
Completely.
I mean, it
Well,
is technically possible.
Considering I just rolled an 8.
Yeah, you get 9 points back.
I'm like a new Knoll.
You get no hit points back. That's fucked up, man.
And I had to use my enhanced water for that.
I don't know what that does.
Turns water into alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
I
Good
thought it
thing
was
we're
code
going
word
back to
for
the
how you
inn.
had to use this. How you had to use this special part of your brain to get my joke. Man, it's missing the mark all around. It's a tough crap.
All right, Greg, now that you're all healed up,
Well, I attempt to acrobatics myself across.
okay.
And probably do hit point damage.
I mean, it's not impossible.
You said the DC was a 10?
If you back up and run, yes.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Because I got an 11. So that means with my neg 1, I hit 10.
You back up here, and then you run and you jump across.
Yep. And clip into the wall.
Yay! I mean, I guess better no clipping into the back rooms.
Yeah, I think anything is. I'll
Also,
go ahead.
no, go ahead. My bad.
Well, I was gonna say I'll come walking up, and it's I got a 21 to jump across. But
You just
as I'm making my way over, everyone has abandoned me. I'm silently bitching, like, "Oh yeah, just sure, yeah, leave it to me. Don't worry, I'll collect all the A's. Don't worry, no bit. I've got it, by the way. I don't need any help."
good to hear.
Who said that? What the fuck?
A lot of length of rope that you can poke holes through the cheeks, and we'll just string them up like a gruesome necklace. Just a bunch of heads hanging from a rope.
That's a money rope.
Okay. So,
I will wear the rope of heads around my neck.
I mean, they're not that small, guys.
What?
They're not that small.
Careful, it'll get heavy. I was gonna say, man. I don't know. Even if they're half the size of human heads, that's still 4 pounds.
Yeah, but I think the intimidation factor is worth it.
I don't know. It's your carry weight. You max it out how you want.
I have a 20 strength. And there was only 3 in that passage.
Anyway, Imelda,
And my acrobatics check is a 19.
did you back up first?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
So get across.
All right.
And,
So,
yeah,
by the
that's my
way,
turn.
go ahead and deal some of this. You could tell from the collapse that it fell down into a lower passage. All right, Gerg, where are you heading?
Only way left.
Okay.
So let's
I'm
see.
very sorry, but you're in front, so it keeps always happening to you. I need a reflex save.
$18.
All right. So once again, you jump backwards as the ground crumbles out from beneath your feet.
Why does this keep happening?
So you can see where the dusting of dry rock on top of mud held together by twigs. Pretty sure you know what happened to those branches they stripped off the trees
Those
outside.
branches I was talking about. See, look, you don't have to fetch the cane. Fetch a tree branch. Good boy. Is that disrespectful?
Back up and jump over again.
I'll take your silence to mean no.
Okay.
That is a total of 14 to make the jump.
And you make it across.
Do I have another movement?
Um. I'm gonna go with no. Because
Yeah,
of
well,
the initial collapse, and you backed up and jumped.
yeah, that's what I was figuring. I mean, it was a stretch.
Hatch.
What was it he said at the table when he took his drink? Over the teeth, through the gums.
Look out, stomach. Here it comes.
Yeah, here I come as I jump over the fucking hole. Yeah.
Did you take a running jump before you roll?
I got a. Uh, yes.
Okay.
I got it. I got a 18.
Yep, that's enough. Okay. You still have another action left.
Okay.
I'll fling my torch into the center of the room here.
Okay.
That way I can fight with both weapons. Can't draw my weapon until next round, but still.
Okay.
All right, Jim.
I am heading down this way. Because I did not feel. Hold on, let me do the distance while I was here. So 30. And I would get there, and then I would be looking down the passageways.
All
At a
right.
game, I literally have no ranks in acrobatics. I've been doing my dex.
Yeah, and that is a deeper fall than the other one was.
Yeah, she's like, you boys got it. I'll go check out the rest of the cave.
Oh yeah, I have negative ranks.
Yes, but you can also take the tumble.
That's fair.
Yeah, that would suck. I'm such a great adventurer. Falls to death.
Happens to many an
Happens.
adventurer. So down this passage, Jim, you see water. Like, it obviously leads into a room with a pool of water in the middle of it.
All right. Well, I can. And that looks like a dead end.
Yes.
So I'll be heading that way.
I was gonna say, in fact,
So-
it smells like it was probably used as a privy.
Gotcha. So we have.
Is
So
this the urge to drink? Not sanitary. Don't do that here.
No. Anyway, can I take my last 15 feet down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So your turn ends as you enter a large cavernous room. And look around. Gurk, it's your turn.
So can I see what is the beginnings of what looks like a kobold in that corner?
Yep.
All right.
You can see over this crate without any problem. He does appear to be kind of trying to duck down and hide behind it, but his stealth was lacking.
Nice. So I'll just go around the crate
Okay.
and so right now I'm at 2 nat 20s.
So he is very, very dead before he even gets a chance to do anything.
Because it just keeps stacking, doesn't it?
Yeah. Every roll over on it adds another +1 to.
Yeah. So then my final roll was an 18 on the die,
Yeah.
which would be a 24 to hit. Even minimizing my damage on that one would have been, well, for the one crit, would have been 30 points.
All right. So Kobold's turn.
It's over.
Well, considering that the rest of the cave has gone silent, they're like, yeah, they're not getting out of this without fighting. What is your AC, Jim?
18 at the moment.
Ah, yes.
After he just did like 70 fucking damage to the wall.
Yeah.
Just so happened to be a guy in between the wall and his axe when he did it.
Okay, so one arrow hits you. Another one gets deflected at the last moment by your shield. You take 4 points.
Okay.
Hatch, it's your turn.
It wasn't quite 70 points of damage, it was 64.
Oh, 5 points short.
Well, how about here? I guess. What are these?
What are those?
Bad guys, right?
They're eggs.
Eggs.
Each
I'm not
one is,
seeing anyone else to hit.
I'm gonna say each one of them is an egg within its own small nest.
Would you look at that?
Breakfast.
Is it breakfast or is it more money? I don't know. Either way, scoop them up.
All right, Imelda.
Right. 5 foot step back. so that he does not get attack of opportunity on me.
Mm-hmm.
I need a will save from the guy who attacked me.
All three of them attacked you, Jim.
The one who attacked me in melee, Justin.
Okay.
Sorry.
And his oh boy. Yeah, that's a total of 12.
Okay.
With his mighty
So whichever-
-1.
So I cast Murderous Command. Sweetie, go kill your friend for me, would you? And he's going to. Whichever one of them is closer, he is going to run at them and try and kill them on his next turn.
All right.
And then I'm yelling, "Boys! Found some more!"
Ooh, that's a good question.
Which one's closer?
Nope. Oh, okay. I was making sure it wasn't language dependent.
Nope. I had checked.
Okay. Well, it's because you gave a command, so I was saying that's
that
not
was
even
more
part of the
me.
spell. No, that's fine. I get that.
Yeah.
I was just checking. Yep. All right. Greg, give me a perception. Is the ringing in your ears from your axe bouncing off the wall?
All right. Uh, 6. Burned up my nat 20s.
Apparently. Like, you think you heard something, but honestly, you're not sure.
I just keep gathering eggs.
Yep.
Oh, and the head. I don't want to come back over here for it.
Fair enough.
I'll have a hatch, poke a hole in the cheek, and add it to the string of heads.
Well, this spear guy is just as effective as all the other spear guys, even when attacking an ally. Oh, that's not good. Actually,
What happened?
I rolled a natural 20. Not for the spear guy, Jim,
Oh.
because they all act at the same time. So as he's turning and running at the archers are still shooting at you.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, let's see if it crits, because bows are ×3 as well. It did not. It very much did not. And the other bow doesn't even come close. All right, so you take another d4, which is 1 point.
Okay.
Would have really sucked if that was a ×3.
Yes. Horribly.
Even Sophia's laughing at you. Or not Sophia,
Sylvia.
Sylvia. Sophia's one of the children. Hatch, perception.
Alrighty. $22.
All right, yeah, you made out her call for help.
All right.
Or
And now,
her call, anyway. You're not really sure what it was about. She just yelled for boys. Maybe she's lonely.
well, this one seemed a little more excited than normal. I'll stand up and make it known to Grig. Seems our lady friend needs our help. And I'll make haste this way. 16 over the hole.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Come and love.
Found some more kobolds. I'm like,
Along my way, Justin,
Mm-hmm.
I will have had to light a second torch, as I assume the torch I threw probably burning relatively low.
They last for an hour. So,
Oh, well, in that case, I will just swipe that one up on my way past it.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right. That will leave you there and bring us back to Imelda.
yep. All right. I am moving back. Like, yeah, you got this. Actually, hold on a moment. Let me double check my. Well, I don't know. I think this one is language dependent. Not to mention, I think it's too later. Too late.
What's that?
I was checking charm person, but it's actually not language dependent.
Nope. Now, once you've charmed them, getting them what to do what you want can be.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to move back. Yeah. Like, all right, yep.
Um. Yeah, it gets a +5 on its throw because you're currently in combat.
Yeah, I'm not bothering.
Okay.
Ow. Ow.
Greg?
Mm.
Your companion left you.
Yep, he did say that she called for us.
Imelda calls
So-
for aid, and Hatch will answer. It just doesn't sound as good.
That doesn't make it any less true.
No.
15 to make a running jump.
Yep. You're across.
How far? 10. That's 20 feet to the other side.
Break on through.
And can get about right there ish.
Okay.
Was I able to gather all the eggs?
Not in that period of time without, if you're going to do anything to stop them from breaking.
Nah.
No, you're not going to do anything, or
Oh no, I was not willing to let them not break. That's money.
right. All right. So, be honest, their turn. They spend squabbling back and forth since one of them just attacked another one. But as none of you have line of sight to them at this point, can't actually tell what they're doing.
Well, not. 2 archers and a spear wielder.
Friends of yours?
Hardly.
Well,
Not,
then
not nearly
allow
handsome enough.
me. Well, then allow me.
What you doing there, sir?
I'm repositioning the map. Sorry. Head name. This, how high is this? Is this just like a mound?
That's a pool of water.
Okay, okay. It is water.
Yes.
Then when I get here, wait, let me make sure. Yeah, when I get here, I will throw my dagger at that archer across the pool. Here.
Okay, so he is up, but he is still in plain sight. So.
Okay.
All right, attack
Does
roll.
a natural 20 get him?
Roll to confirm.
Just wanted to make sure. I
Yes,
didn't back
Tristan.
it up.
Yes, Tristan, it gets him.
I didn't back it up unless 9 backs it.
No. No, he's still got a 14 AC. Roll your damage.
All right. 7.
Okay. So your dagger flips end over end as it soars up. He attempts to like swat at it with his bow that he was prepping, but it completely misses it, slides right past, and sinks to the hilt into his eye.
Yeah.
And he is down. Milda.
Yep.
Would you like to remove the arrow from your side, or you got something else in mind?
What now?
But would you like to remove the arrow from your side, or did you have something
Yeah.
else in mind?
Yes. And then channel energy. So, 4 points. Greg, I don't think you have any damage.
Nope.
took care of that already.
Nope. Alrighty. That's my turn.
All right, Greg.
Looks like I'm going right next to my buddy. It's a double move, so.
All right. Well, they are. Yeah, at this point, they've decided arguing amongst themselves is really not productive. He's going to come around and attempt to stab Hatch as the last spear wielder. Will he get a hit in? No. He rolled a nat 1, did not fumble, but did not get any. Because I don't expect him to survive the next round, so I was seeing if he was ever going to hit anything. The arrow shot, does a 17 hit you, Hatch?
It does.
Okay. For 4 points of damage.
Ow.
He is going to. Like, he takes a step this way, like he was going to go farther around the lake, but then he sees Gurg and he's like, where do I go?
That's a big guy.
He sees Gurg with a string of goblin necklaces, or a kobold necklace heads.
I was like, I hope they're not goblins. Goblins are actually citizens here.
Yeah, a string of kobold heads on a necklace.
It's like it would definitely be intimidating, though. All right, Hatch.
Drawing my second dagger and going to work. 16
That will hit.
or 5 damage.
And that is just enough to drop him. Melda, you doing any better? Or you coming in? You staying out there?
Yeah, I'm coming in.
She's like, yeah, get him, boys. Do you have anything you're casting or whatever?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at this point.
Greg?
I step over here, and step over here, and swing, bada bada, swing.
Fucking Hassan Chop.
So, I do not believe a 10 confirms.
No. They have a low AC, but it's not that low.
Oh my
At any
god,
rate.
dude. He's just going nuts with this fucking giant axe.
Alright,
It does 14 points of damage.
Alright, well, this is the last enemy. You want to describe it?
I take my axe, and as he cowers in terror, I cut through his arm and into his neck.
And both pop off without much resistance. Alrighty.
Okay then. So,
Spend the rest of the time collecting eggs and heads.
Mm-hmm.
And looting the bodies themselves, exploring the cavern, see if there's any other loot. Check out those crates.
Okay.
Yes.
So one of the crates seems to be farming tools, like the metal heads for them without any the halves.
Right.
Two of them are food, and they have both been broken open and partially consumed. The third one has not been opened.
I bet you there
Pretty
are
sure I
some
can open it.
farmers in need of these farming supplies somewhere.
What? No doubt. Well, let's take a look in this one. Give me a hand.
Ready?
Throws hands.
Haha.
Gives you. I hand you the kobold hand that I just chopped off at the
Right.
arm.
So you're pelted with 6 kobold hands.
I actually laugh a bit because she's got that kind of sense of humor. So she's like, "All right, all right, come on, seriously, I need."
Well, this is the group for that kind of
She's
odd
like,
sense of
"Seriously, I need," and she's kind of like she's moving to use her staff kind of as a pry bar. Natural 20 on the die,
Okay.
so total of 21.
Yep, you pop
Pop the little.
you
She's like, "Oh,
pop the nails out, and the lid comes off. And inside is bundles of cloth, or more accurately, small bolts of cloth.
hmm."
Well, see, I'm glad we could help. Turn and high five Grig with another kobold hand. Fucking bloody teamwork, mate.
Okay.
What general rule of law on this sort of subject? Since
You weren't
would
paid to recover the goods.
so yeah, so the goods are ours. So
Not part of your contract.
there was no contract.
Not on the
Crate of-
goods, just
Crate
on the
of
head.
bolts of cloth. All right. How many kobold heads do we have all told after we've gone through and made sure they're all separated? Do we have
10.
one for each of them?
I was going to say 10, but one's kind of flattened.
As long as it's still distinguishable as a head.
It's identifiable as a head, but the skull is in pieces.
Oh,
That's fine.
What do we find on the kobolds? Anything of value?
So, oddly enough, you note that while the armor is pretty crappy, they're, well, except for the leaders, which is somewhat better, also being metal. The spears, shields, even the bows that they're using are of good quality, like far better than you usually see kobolds have, and it is not kobold make.
Odd. So what is the so most of their armor is barely, is it even worth bothering to collect, or is it in such
After Grig got through with them?
Okay. So the leader's armor is a breastplate,
It's half plate,
small half plate.
yes. And it has been reworked for him. Oh, which in this case kind of means that there's pieces missing more than anything else, but yeah.
oh, what you're saying is it's 1/4 plate.
And then how many spears?
Hey, man, I knew I'd hit the mark at some point tonight.
How many small? Sorry.
5 spears.
5 small spears.
5 shields. Wooden.
Okay.
4 bows, 4 light bows. Or short bows,
Short
rather.
bows.
Small short bows, yes, and a small heavy mace.
Perception checks on any sort of hidden passages or anything like that.
Okay. So are you going around section by section doing this? Because like one perception check for the entire cave system. Let me put it this way: I'll let you do it, but if you roll crappy, that's what you have for the entire area.
No. Here's a question. Hatch, Grug, are you helping me with this?
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'll do a roll for here, for up here. Basically, yeah, section by section. All right.
Okay.
Start where we are. That's a 27.
Okay. No, you don't find anything here.
Fair enough. So then that's a 23.
Well, how deep in this do you want to go? I remind you, you're already pretty sure of what's down there.
I'll wash myself off later.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, even your 23 does not
Find anything?
find anything of value.
Anybody else, guys? You're helping? Are you rolling?
Got an 18.
Are you looking in the same area she is, or are you going to a different area to look?
Where did she look the last time?
She's looked in this room, and she's examined up here and down into the privy.
I'll look up here.
I had to zoom out. Where was here?
The first.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, so you're in the main chamber?
Nope. Just north.
Okay.
Hatch?
Yes.
Where are you looking?
I am as loath as I am to go swimming in shit. I'm helping her. I said I was.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, there's nothing down there. And then you stop.
Can we get out of the shit?
You stop for a moment and you go. You stop looking down and you look up because there's a glint.
Huh. What have we here?
Appraise, I guess.
All right.
You're being praised?
I want
19?
to praise you. That would be silver ore.
Right.
No one else noticed because you're the only person carrying a torch. Everyone
Nice.
else, it just looked like a rock.
That's completely fair.
Now, it's in the wall.
Right, but there's a vein here still.
Yeah, they thought it was played out. Looks like maybe it's not.
Mine isn't played out.
Oh,
Look
that's
at that.
certainly fascinating. I say as I'm moving away from the privy, going, and good to know. I guess the question. So, all right, next. Here's the thing. She is. I am like, just not sure how much good it does us in and of itself. It's hardly like any of us. It's hardly like, unless we're going to come back and mine it. Most we
Maybe
can do
not
is
ourselves, but sure, there's some kind of angle we can work out of this. Listen, we cleared out a mine. Somebody wants to mine the mine. They're gonna have to pay us to do that. That's what I say. There's rights that we've earned somewhere. I don't truly understand.
I say we have. I'm fairly certain that legally we have at least some claim to some sort of compensation for having cleared it out and then discovered. Oh nope, you all might have missed some.
Yeah, there you are.
Don't think any of us. Don't think any of the three of us want to stick around this little town for long enough to get details. So we won't get as much. But so I've gone over to here.
Okay. Climb check.
26.
Okay. 26. Is that your perception?
That was my perception. Yeah.
All right. You need either a climb or a jump to get across. Technically, you should have already had 2 other ones.
Sorry. That would be a 20 on the jump.
Okay. So, just to speed this up, there's nothing in this room that you haven't already discovered. Obviously, it's where they were keeping their eggs and, food stores and stuff. So this is kind of the quote-unquote important safe area.
Yep.
Up near where the boss was, you do find a hidden coin purse with oh, 60 gold in various coins along with 4 small semi-precious stones.
Okay.
I knew it was worth risking life and limb.
Especially with
Yep.
somebody else's limbs.
Okay. And
Yeah,
is that it for the secret?
emotions at all the limbs.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So that's it for the loot.
So you head back to town.
Yep.
About a 2-hour walk.
By the way, on the way, I'm like, I have no particular objection myself. Well, beyond the fact that that is actually a living thing, a thinking being. Fairly certain the townsfolk aren't going to be particularly interested in the eggs. And unless you're going to try to keep them fresh, they're not really worth much.
Well, they may be worth 5 gold apiece. There's a head in there somewhere.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Maybe a gold apiece.
I'm certainly willing to try to help you try and swing that.
I mean, if I were the pet keeping type, I might try and keep them and raise them. Like chickens.
Chickens don't have a tendency of trying to stick a knife in your gut.
No, but they keep having
Yeah.
eggs. Come on, man. Stay on the same page. Omelets. Listen, breakfast is great.
You're actually getting a side eye from her. She's like,
What, you don't like breakfast?
I have no problem with breakfast, but I prefer my breakfast not to be made of something that can think and can actually talk, even if I can't understand it.
Ah, come on now. I'm sure chickens and pigs and all that sort, they say things. To each other, mind you.
All right, so
Look, I've never eaten one, but I don't know if they're good or not. I can't strike it off the table.
All we're saying is we're willing to find out.
That's fine. Out of game, are you two evil?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
he's not evil, just a knoll.
That's fine.
Hungry,
He's
hungry
not
knoll.
evil, he's hungry.
I just, as a player, I'm going, she's not outright saying it, but she's basically going, are you really going to effectively commit cannibalism? Because in a world where you have multiple sapient races, that is how cannibalism is defined, is the eating of another sapient being. At least when it comes to the law. Because, yeah.
Only if somebody knows.
Well, we stay at an inn often, so food usually isn't an issue.
Anyway, so you make your way back to Burnick Village.
Yep.
Picturesque, and it's what is it now? Early afternoon by now.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up, dealt with all that stuff, went down the river first, then came back and went up to the mine. So, yeah.
And when we make it safe, I gotta hop off.
Okay. Well, then we'll say that you're there, and that's the end, and any bargaining can be done at a later time.
Yep.
All right,
Awesome.
guys.
Had fun.
Mission accomplished.